Hi, my name is Corinna Hernandez, and this is my square scissor haircut demo. This haircut is a seamless, shaggy look that I think is representative of a cool, hip person who wants to just shake out their layers and go. No fuss, no frills, it's one of my favorite cuts, and it really shows off the head shape. This is my model, Claire. Her hair is extremely dense, silky, and soft. Let's take a look at her profile and check her hairline. Hers sits quite high. I'm deciding on a mid-neck length for her, and we're always thinking about a square shape during this entire haircut. Let's imagine a bit of weight buildup where the corners of our square meet up. To prep her hair for this cut, I'm going to be wetting her down with water, and then I'll section out the back. We always want to think about suitability when we're picking a haircut for our clients. For Claire, I'm picking out something that's low maintenance, and she let me know she mostly air dries her hair. She also has a natural side part and has very thick, dense hair. I'm starting with the center parting, and I'm going to part from the crown to the sides of her ears. Then we're going to find her occipital bone and part into 4 somewhat balanced in density sections. We're going to be using a point cutting technique for this haircut. I want to release some weight from the ends. I'm choosing this technique because Claire's hair is so dense and on the straight side. Point cutting will create more movement and looseness for styling ease. Remember to point your scissors at 11 o'clock when you're point cutting. To create a square shape on a round head, you must stay focused and not follow around the head shape and end up with more of a rounded look. We want to remember to create a flat plane when we comb this hair out. Stand center back of your client and cut everything square. When I go to cut my first section, I want to keep my target length in mind. Measuring first helps. The next thing to consider is head shape. Claire's head is curvy and dips in at the nape. So instead of angling my fingers, I'm going to keep my fingers more straight to preserve some fullness in the lower nape. I'll start with a larger, more steep point cut and then smaller in the hairline with her density changes. I'm noticing that the hair is a little too long the first time I cut it, so I'll take it a bit shorter. Next, I'll comb every section straight out and back. I'm looking for my previous guide, and I'll point cut just after it to avoid recutting my previous design. Then I'll check my section by cross-checking and repeat on the other side. Now we'll be moving to the section between crown and occipital bone. Next, we'll part at the parietal bone. I'm going to measure where I want my layers to fall and frame Claire's face. And then I'll begin at the section directly above her ears. This section of her head shape protrudes the furthest, so this will help me with my square shape. Once you've completed the side, go ahead and shake out the haircut so you can see how it's looking. At this point, I like to imagine what my perimeter will look like once I start detailing my haircut and adding my signature at the end. Now let's finish point cutting our square shape on the other side. Before I move to my top section, I'll go ahead and add some product and begin styling her hair. So as it air dries, it's already looking great. While I'm cutting, I'm always checking for suitability, making sure that my shape really looks great. For the top, I start with the center section from the front to the crown. I'm going to be using my point cutting here, and I'm going a little bit longer than my guide from the crown. And I'm still thinking about keeping the top square. Then I'll change my sections to horizontal sections, starting in the back and working my way to the front hairline. Now I'll begin doing my detailing, rounding out some corners, removing more weight. The detailing will be up to you. What do you want to see? I'm choosing to add a thickening spray to add some tooth to Claire's soft texture. Lastly, I'm going to go around the head shape and soften my square corners. I decided to add a shorter fringe as well. I kept this cut simple in approach, but I want you to imagine how you can combine other techniques for something similar but different. You can use over direction, or you can do something different on the top, and so on and so forth. Just get creative and have fun. This haircut will look great on all genders and all hair types. I think she looks great.